corn rewires the brain. Can you tell me how it rewires the brain, and also how can you wire it back to a place where your brain feels like it's never even seen corn?
The neurons in our brain that fire together, wire
Together. I've heard that one.
And so as we repeat the same thoughts, as we engage in the same behaviors, the same beliefs, the same actions, our brain is trying to make things easier and easier. So add to that corn, which releases so much dopamine and engages the reward pathway in your brain, which is engaged when eating food and you're just like, oh, this meal is so good. It marks it down in your brain. I need to do this again.
Wow.
But corn, with all the dopamine, with repeating the same behavior, what happens is that the things that set you up to go to it, rejection, feeling alone, feeling worthless, believing that you aren't good enough, as that keeps coming up in life, and corn marked down in your brain is the quick fix. It's so addictive. The allure of it just keeps coming up again and again, and the more you go to it, the more cemented those pathways in your brain become. And that's why, for me, 5-10 years into it, and I did this a lot, sit with God and challenge the lies I was believing. Okay, I'm not a failure. I'm loved. And I would think about times that He showed me His love. You know, I would think back about this time I went to a worship service and I was crying the whole time, and I felt God's love and approval of me. And so I would challenge the lies with the truth, but also think back on an experience. And these became new healthy coping mechanisms. Yeah. And my brain started to default to those in the future. So it was a couple years in where I started realizing, I can't remember the last time I was tempted to look at corn.
Wow.
And now 12 years later, my brain has been so rewired by God's grace that I'm not tempted to look at corn.
I love that. That is so powerful.